What is up, guys? In today's video we have an inside the mind style video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like some more, and comment down below what you think of the K-pop Demon Hunters update. I think it was incredible and one of the better mid-season updates that we've ever seen in Fortnite. Maybe not the best, but in terms of amount of change, this update was pretty significant. We got 4 new items, several map changes, like entire biomes of the map changed. I think it's very good. I'm going to Ranger's Rest this game. I actually haven't landed here yet in the new update, but there is a lot of loot here and it is very densely packed, which means you can loot it and like clear it hopefully pretty quickly, and then be on your way. Didn't really come here when it was like infested by bugs because it was a little more spread out, and I didn't really care to have the mythic sweeper shotgun. But now just as a POI, I think this place is actually pretty decent. You still have several of the OXR chests. You still have the hive stashes. The hive stashes, you know, obviously aren't as insane as they once were, but it's still something that can give you some decent quality loot to start the game. This is such a bad fight. I'm just going to try to back up. And that is something you really got to worry about with like a densely packed POI like this. Is just like people hopping on you right away. He was shooting at me with a Fury. Like, one, I didn't want to be in that fight because it just seemed pretty random. But he was shooting at me with a Fury while I have a Hollow Twister AR. So if we can get to the range and kind of reset, thought I'd have an easy time winning it. The other person might be an AI. Came back to try to get the loot in the barrels, and then this guy showed up. But yeah, they're just an AI, so it doesn't really matter. Works out. Only we got some minis. Before I did that, we'd be full shield right now. I like getting heals is too hard at the moment. Why is it so loud right here? Shockwave hammer, excellent. Another guy on me. He's a rocket launcher. Dang. I was hoping he was gonna like run at me and I could like catch timing on him there. I want to get above him. I don't want him above me since he has a rocket launcher. Like AoE weapons like that are always best for the enemy if they're shooting down on you. I want to just be high up and avoid that. I'm very confused at the moment how this person isn't dead. Finally. Little messy. I fully expected him to just like die off those revolver shots. And they very may well have if I had a better pistol. Like that's a situation where rarity was maybe a bit like a factor. Because he was so weak. A little bit of extra damage as the rarity improves. Might have killed him there. That was almost bad. Like, I had him weak, so I was playing, like, I want to just chase and get rid of him. Especially before, like, more people show up. This is a POI where, like, other people could come from, like, any direction. But him getting to here while I was coming through puts him at a situation to, like, shoot me with the rocket launcher. But I just thought I could kill him before he got the shot off. But had he shot the shotgun, it would have been problematic. I typically don't like having the mask and the hammer together. I feel like they kind of overlap in terms of like the situation and like the range you get out of a single mobility use. But one shockwave or a mask, it makes more sense to have the mask. Not too sure which I prefer straight up between the mask or the shockwave hammer. I feel like they both kind of have their uses, or they're like moments where they're better than one another. I think for this video, even if I get a full stack of shockwaves, I'll use the mask with the shockwaves rather than the hammer, just because it's like the new thing. Another new thing is the fact that when you like, they added these flags all over the map now. There's so many more of them, and if you emote when trying to capture it, it'll capture really quick. which is nice. You don't get OXR points for it anymore because that was obviously removed, but the loot you can get there is pretty solid. And the speed, the amount of time it takes to capture it is like much improved. Ouch. Where was that one shockwave at? It's like over there somewhere. Okay. Might just go. I don't feel like looking for that one shockwave. And this is also a pretty good spot, I think, because it's near 2 of the bunkers. Like, the loot density there is really good. I feel like you can clear it pretty quickly. And it's near 2 of the bunker spawns. So you have pretty decent chances of being able to get a bunker. And they now just open that second zone, so it should be relatively around the time you finish looting. I feel like it took me longer than it should have to loot the POI this game. And we still get, like, decent timing on this. Love shockwave grenades. GG's, bro. And right now the bunkers are kind of bugged. You're supposed to just get one of the previous mythic weapons. There's a guy pulling up, hold on. You're supposed to get one of the previous mythic weapons, but it's currently bugged to where you get the mythic revolver in situations where you should have gotten the OXR rifle. So you have like a 60% chance of getting the revolver, which is the one I would want most anyways. The player above me, and then there's also a player behind that car that was shooting at the player above me. I'm not sure if the one behind the car knows I'm in here or not. I think I'm just gonna TP to the car and get in. That's the one that was above. I don't know what happened to the one that was shooting at him at my car there. You went too far. Somebody else gliding in. Oh shoot, he had a mask here. Oh, it's a different guy. I'm gonna full reset this. There's like 3 different people around here. The guy that was gliding in, I wanted to get like a good beam on, just to like make him not want to get invested in this. And then the person that teleported back, I thought was gonna be the person that previously left this area, but it was a different guy. If it was the person that previously left this area, I may have like stuck around and fought him. But the way this is set up right now, this like Spider-Man is in the middle and he's like pretty likely to get third-partied. Like if we sit here and fight, we're getting third-partied by that Galaxy lady, which is not good. And that's why I went to a spot where I like naturally just put him in the middle. So we can get like easy third-party timing. The guy behind me, but I want to push this like weak player out. Okay, nice. Now we can turn and get shots on this guy as well. I don't know if he just saw me or not. Might be an AI. Yeah, there they are. Someone else up top. I'm gonna get back to my car, I think. And invest the shockwave. Might not have been worth, but there's still so many people here. If all you want to do is win the game, just leave this situation. If there's like hella people like this pulling up, you just leave. But for the sake of the video, I'm gonna stick around. Try to deal with this. This is a hired NPC. I'm trying to get damage on them in hopes that this guy will like get out and try to help it. Or like peek and try to help his NPC. There's also somebody hammering behind me. And a helicopter. I also pre-placed the ball there in case I ever got shots on this guy. We just immediately TP to it without him getting knowledge. There's an enemy over there. I don't see the hired NPC though. So I don't know if it's the guy that was previously here or not. I just leave. I'm gonna check this loot pile though and see if there's more shockwaves. Oh no, yeah, so this guy's still here? Or is he hired his he told his NPC to stay, I guess? I don't remember where I dropped my hammer here. This is another situation where like I would be better off with the hammer than the one shockwave. Yeah, okay, it was on this roof. I was gonna say it was like somewhere around here. Rearrange that for some reason. I really like. I'm so used to having the hammer in slot 3. Hello, sir? I'm really lucky there. He did not realize I got out of the car. I want to just exist right now. I don't want to hard commit to a fight versus that man in the car right there because I've done nothing to him. It seems like he's leaving. And I'm in a spot where I'm like very likely to get third-partied because we already had seen that man across the way by the tree. I like kind of shoot at the car player there just to like make him not want to like do anything, you know? Like I'm not just going to let him pull up on me for free. But I'm not very committed to actually making that fight happen or playing that fight out because, like I said, it was guaranteed third party. I don't know where that guy went. A situation that's better just not exist in. Like walking around in the trees looking for that guy. I'm gonna say there's a crown like 200 meters away, and when there's a crown on the ground like that, there's usually somebody that just killed that person. I think he fish shocked away though. We could maybe get a better holo, but I gotta keep in mind that like the thing I just said is true for other players as well. Other people can see this on the ground and know that there was somebody here. It despawned though. The crowns are actually such bait. Like if you don't have a crown yet and you kill someone that does, I'm gonna pick that up pronto. Not even just to be greedy to get the crown, but just you don't want an indicator on the map telling people for I don't know, what is it, a 250, 300 meter radius that you're there. Usually timing like this in the game is usually kind of stagnant and people really be looking for that. This guy's gonna ball away. I don't know if he knows I got out of this. The angle just really worked out for him when it came to like me not seeing him getting that loot. Somebody was trying to airstrike us. I'll just go. I was gonna say like it's not that big of a deal. I didn't think they were continuing to call it in. But I was gonna say like I'm kind of chill with just like continuing to heal there if they're not gonna call it in. But like the airstrike I think is very bad. And typically the people that are like very adamant about like making sure they have it for the end game aren't the best fighters. How many shocks did this guy have? 4? We can take that. Oh, I need a reload pistol. This car. The car gives your location away more than the rollies, but it's better cover and you're like better protected while traveling in it. And for the most part, a lot of the better players are gonna know you're rolling onto them anyways. So it's like, I don't view the car giving my location away as that big of a deal. Like most decent players have visual audio on, and so they're gonna see the rollie anyways, you know? You get caught off guard by it sometimes, but like very situational. Five opponents remaining. At this point, I'm just driving around looking for them. Was that guy that called in the airstrike earlier, but he didn't really chose to like push or go for that crown or anything. Footsteps. Oh, brother. The sword is not it, man. Uses a golden bubble. I'm gonna try to slide kick him out. You do heal off other people's bubbles. Unfortunately for me, the slide kick did not work. Need to get out of here. I actually didn't take that much damage. I just like pre-popped that thinking I got somewhat fried. But yeah, I wanted to slide kick him out of the bubble and then like have it to fight him and like disrupt his healing. But he just went nowhere. If this guy tries to get the crown, he likely sees me going into this bush. Pre-fire the driver's seat. Nice. I like poorly pre-fired the driver's seat, but if you're shooting at somebody around a car like that, they're pretty much always going to get in. That guy's just taking cover there, but there was previously somebody kind of hammering behind me. If it was a 1v1, I would be like pushing them right now. But I'm not that concerned about this player. They had like a free opportunity to beam me as that bubble went down, and they did okay damage, but not like really that much. And they didn't push off that, so don't know how proactive they are. I do have to go to zone as well, but I'm not that worried about zone. He's gonna teleport with his ball. Not enough damage, we'll just go. This could be a good time to fight him though. He's like full using his hammer to travel. They're fighting. I got the kill. I don't really know quite exactly where that was at either. I don't know if that was the same guy or not. He's fizzing. He's gonna like full heal all that damage I just did, but we make him like use most of his fizz here, I think. And I think if I pressure him again, he might get in the driver's seat. But I'm worried. Okay, yeah. I could have just been pre-firing the driver's seat there and gotten damage. I'm worried there's somebody in this POI behind me. Because where the person... Yeah. I'm gonna say where the person I was looking for died at did not sound like they would have gotten killed by that person there. Like it sounded closer to like right here. So that's our whole lobby. We have the player in the car somewhere, and then we have this guy in front of me. Once again, holding this guy in zone. Like pre-throw this ball. He's likely just going to wait until zone forces him, and then he's going to use some sort of mobility. Wait, did he slip through? I can't tell if they're fighting or not, or this guy's just like shooting bushes and stuff, because I didn't think this player in front of me slipped through, but he may have teleported. Sounds like it. Yeah, okay. That was weird. I'm gonna throw this ball in. He's healing. I was gonna say I'm gonna throw that ball in, but not teleport to it. I was just hoping it would make him leave the building. Because it sounded like they just fought and it was like a scrappy fight. And so I was hoping he would just run out, which he did. I just kind of missed my shots. This is perfect. So right now where my ball is, I will have a good angle on his back if I get damage on him here. I don't want to just teleport onto it and like create that 50-50 fight. But if I get like decent damage on him here, then I can like teleport on like this. He's going to be weak enough to where it's not a big deal anymore. And a lot of times you can do that with like the teleporter balls. It's if you're playing cover and an enemy's playing cover, it's usually pretty predictable what they do once you hit them, like how they'll try to play their own cover. And you can put the balls on those off angles, which normally, as I said, if I just did that with no early damage or pressure on him, then like it's really not that good of a play. But when I already have them weak, when I already have them panicking, when I already have them like potentially healing, it's something that can get you free kills. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.